Well, it was a rough day today. I'm in Arab, Alabama. I heard the story how it ended up being Arab, and I guess it was a confusion of spelling. Some guy named Arad, and the postal service or whatever misspelled it or inverted the B and the D, and it had taken like a year or something crazy to get it to become incorporated or whatever. And when that happened, they just went with it. They didn't want to spend they needed to become incorporated. And it became Arab. A few miles up the road is a town called Egypt. I don't know what their story is, but I just didn't expect to see a town called Arab in Alabama. Goes to show. But I had a rough day today. My hand, it got pretty messed up. Well, here, let me see if I can do this in the right way where you can get it. I mean, from knuckles to the side to just there, and then that biggie, well, I'm no good at this. That biggie there, that's a big chunk of meat that came out. Me and Diesel were riding down a country road, and we went past this trailer that had 3 friggin' huge pit bulls, all running loose. They started chasing us. I started trying to out-pedal them, but I'm pulling a heavy trailer. I mean, look at that thing, And the lead dog almost caught it. He was keeping up with us, and he was steadily gaining on Diesel and the back tire. And I was really concerned that it was going to pull Diesel off that damn crate. Be lunch, snack. These guys were huge, And I'm trying. I got a can of bear mace that I keep up near the handlebars for easy access, and that lead dog was catching up to us, and I'm looking at him off to my left, and I'm trying to pull the canister of bear mace out of the holder on the handlebars, and I'm looking at the dog, worried that he's going to jump for Diesel at any second, and I got off track, off to the side of the road, and I didn't even get a chance to hit the brakes, and I was going about as fast as I ever can get on a trailer, pulling the trailer, and I smashed right into a garbage can, with the big green plastic canister things, and that sent me flying, that sent Diesel flying, the bike flying off into the ditch, the trailer and flipping over, and my hand got messed up, the bike got messed up, and all I can think about while it's happening is that now Diesel's out of the cart. He was okay. He jumped at the right time or whatever, and he rolled off into the bushes too. But I was worried those friggin' pit bulls were going to be right on us. And So I have the canister of mace in my hand, and I'm looking around trying to see if the dog's still coming at us or whatever. And apparently, me smashing into the garbage can made enough commotion that it scared it off because it was gone, but it had gone back to its yard just a few feet down, and all three are back in their yard barking, and I'm worried they're gonna come at us at any second. And but there's nothing I can do. I I messed up at this moment. The bike's messed up. The brakes got disconnected. Uh, what else at that moment? Well, those were a few of the things besides me getting messed up and stuff. I'm just worried they're going to come back, and I'm trying to get my stuff straightened out. And then I realized my brakes were disconnected. And just my mirror had broken off. And I didn't know what to do. So I called 911 and told them that I had just gotten attacked by 3 pit bulls. And they showed up. And the sheriff there, he was very helpful and concerned, and helped me figure out what to reconnect the brakes, and because these are hydraulic and they work a little different than normal brakes. And it wasn't that he knew a lot about it either. He just managed to, well, all he did really was squeeze the handle, squeeze the brakes. My hand was messed up, so I couldn't give it the proper squeeze, a hard squeeze. He just gave it a good hard squeeze, and it popped that little thing back into the thing where it belonged. And my brakes are working again. Well, I get everything hooked back up and tied on and what all that you got to do. And he's a very nice guy, and he asked me if I wanted to press charges, and I'm like, well, look, I get to go down. I'm still going down the road. I don't need to make enemies out here in the deep south. I'm not going very fast. They can find me if they want to find me, so I don't want enemies, of any kind, and so I got down the road about 4 miles into this town, Arab. I got to here, and all of a sudden, and I'm feeling something ain't right. And I look back at my trailer, and my tire's flat on my trailer, rubbing up against the trailer, and oh God. I had to pull in to this restaurant that wasn't open. It's a Sunday, and I pulled out back, and I guess they have one of those Ring cameras or whatever, and they heard me and saw that I was there, and they drove to the restaurant while I'm unhooking the trailer and getting the tire off the trailer and trying to figure out if I can fix it. And so they pulled up, and what they see is a homeless guy. Well, I guess technically I am, but not in a typical homeless way. But anyway, they're like, you gotta go. They didn't even want to hear anything about what was going on with me. They just made assumptions, I guess. And, well, you need to go right now. I don't care which. You need to take it on down the road, because I ain't got a rear tire on my trailer at this moment, and it's like, oh shit, well, you want us to call the cops? I'm going, I don't know what to do, man. I'm sorry. I'm stuck. Everything, I had taken everything out of the trail. The trail was empty, so I could put it up on its side. So it's like everything's laid out, and it's like, it's not like I can just get on my bike and pedal on down the road. Well, they called the cops. And the cool thing was, the sheriff that showed up was the very one that showed up at my accident. And he knew what was going on. And he backed me up 100%. And they immediately changed their attitude and were apologetic. And I think more than anything, embarrassed because they had assumed something that was totally wrong. And they went out of their way to be helpful. The owner of the restaurant, he ended up giving me a ride to Walmart so I could get another tube for my tire on my trailer. And well, at the end of it, we're here. We're in the park now. I'm chilling out. I'm pretty burnt out. It's been a pretty emotionally charged day in many ways. I started out in a good mood, ended up being chased by freaking pit bulls, trying to be chased off by an angry store owner, and I'm still here. Bike's not 100% anymore, but it's at least going. And the trailer tire is fixed. And I guess I'm going to keep rolling. From Ahab, Alabama, one more state to Florida. The last state. On my way to the Gulf. Till next time. Peace.